What's up guys, Rhino here and welcome back to another episode of my FIFA 21 Road to Glory. Today guys, I'm going to be doing another one of my squad builder videos. I was thinking like Foot Champs is coming up around the corner, so if any of you guys that are on a low budget, that don't have many coins, are struggling to build a team to put together, then this might help you out. Of course, we've already done the Premier League and Serie A so far, so I'll do Bundesliga, and then the next video will be on La Liga. But just like a 50k budget for this one today. I have a team ready, plan in my head. We'll input the players one by one, say a little bit about them. I have the prices as well with me on my phone there, so I can let you know all about that. Yeah, just wanted to kind of like thank you guys for all the support on the channel as well recently. I know that my previous video didn't go very well. For some reason, the gameplay on it was really kind of like choppy and laggy. I didn't personally realise myself because I've actually looked back at the recording and all that, and it was fine. I think it was an issue of how it uploaded or how it possibly rendered, something like that. But the actual raw footage was fine. So there's an issue somewhere along the line there. So apologies for that. Hopefully this one's going to be a little bit better. I have bumped my FPS up. Previously, I could only put it on like 30. It's just literally like my laptop just can't handle it. I'm gonna try and bump it to 48 on this one. Hopefully, my laptop doesn't die. But yeah, we're gonna give it a go on 48. So hopefully get slightly better quality. But other than that, guys, let's just kind of crack on. So in goal, if it will let me select. Let's just get Bundesliga first and foremost to make this a lot easier for ourselves. We're going to go with this guy. I'm not sure on his first name. Lucas Shiradeki. Just want to point out as well before I do carry on, any of the prices that are on here for players that I've bought, ignore them, because some of the players I bought months ago, or not months ago, weeks ago maybe. Months is probably exaggerating because the game's not been out in months. But a long time ago, I would say. So their price isn't accurate as of now. So I have the prices here. So I will talk through the prices as we go. Before people say, oh, you paid like 30k for him. How's he going to get in? Well, no, sorry, it doesn't cost that anymore. So it's fine. So Shiradeki is about 1,000 coins according to Footman right now. I mean, you'd expect that. Extremely cheap. To be honest, goalkeeper, that's the position where it's just is what it is, isn't it? You know, there's not really many goalkeepers that are going to consistently churn out incredible performances for you, especially at this sort of budget. So any sort of high-rated goalkeeper will get the job done. I went for Shiradeki, but you know, it's personal preference there, to be honest, guys. In at right back, this one. So and obviously, you know, we could go for this Mukiele for sure. He's a phenomenal card. He's no longer available. I don't think he's available, at least. I'm pretty sure that objective has expired. Now, I don't want to put any kind of like objective or SBC cards in it, just because I know there's like some of you guys won't have them. So I'm going for all just like cards that you can buy off the market, just to save any issues, so it's completely accessible to everyone. So at right back, we're going to go with Mbabu. Yeah, he is legitimately 900 coins. I literally just bought him. Very, very sweaty. He's always very, very sweaty. Phenomenal card. Just got bags and bags of pace. He's going to be superb. And then at centre-back, we're going to go with... Oh, wow, look at his hair now, Boateng. There's a lot of these photos have changed. That is literally mental. I'm going to go with Klosterman and Alaba. Now, you could go for Lucas Hernandez. He's actually decent, to be fair. But it turns out with how the rest of the team shaped up, I could actually afford to have Alaba in the team. As you can see, he cost me 27.5k, but he doesn't cost that anymore. That's because he's played like 60 games for me. I literally used him in my last weekend league. And he's pretty decent, to be honest. Like he's phenomenal. He's probably one of the better players in this team. I think he's the most expensive player in this team for sure. It's either him or one of the midfielders. Let me just double check the price on him. So for Klosterman, we're coming at about 3k, just under 3k, and then Alaba is going to be about 14.5k for him. So he's going to be the most expensive player in the team. Chemistry styles, you know, obviously he's got an anchor there, but I'm just going to pretty much have a basic on most of the players. He's only got an anchor because obviously he's had it from my Foot Champs team. But obviously if you want to get different chemistry styles on your players, guys, then feel free. It just will cost a little bit more. But obviously I don't want to include that in the budget because else we'd probably spend about 50k on chem styles, let alone the players. So Alaba in at left centre-back. Very, very good card. I can tell you that from Foot Champions experience. He is superb. Left back, we're not going to be able to afford Alphonso Davies, unfortunately, so we're going to go for Roussillon. Actually really solid as well. I've used him to get a few objectives done. Played a few like the friendly stuff and 1 or 2 Div Rivals games. He's not too bad actually. I think he's a decent player. Always pretty solid on FIFA, to be honest. Like the Wolfsburg dynamic duo at the fullback positions, they always do a pretty good job on FIFA, Babu and Roussillon. So you can't really go wrong there. Let me just find out a price for him as well, because he is a first owner card. He's not going to be very expensive, guys. So, yeah, literally 2k for Roussillon. Absolute steal, to be honest. It's just the pace. You literally just pay you pay for the pace. Then moving into midfield, where it gets a little bit more tasty. So you could go Bellarabi. Bellarabi is actually very good. I've used him. He's only about 900 coins, but I could actually afford to get Gnabry in this particular team. He is 7.2k. That is a player I literally just bought. Very, very good value. It's a shame he's not a little bit quicker. Obviously, everybody knows about Gnabry's pace. It's very, very well publicised how low it is. But I haven't used him yet this year, and I'm quite excited to do that. So we'll give him a go. He's going to be one of the best right mids from that league, to be honest. I feel like there's like one more. Oh yeah, Sancho. Sancho's the only one who's going to be better than him in terms of price, at least, anyway. But yeah, Gnabry's going to be superb. And then on the left wing, we're going to go for his Bayern Munich teammate, not Leroy Sané, because I can't afford him, especially not as one to watch against this particular squad. But we're going to go with Kingsley Coman. Literally just bought him as well at 5.7k. I played against him a bunch of times, and he is very, very sweaty from what I've seen. So I'm excited to get him involved in this team. Honestly, it's shaping up to be a hell of a squad so far. I'm actually really excited to jump into some rivals with this. It's going to be Div 1, but, you know, is what it is, isn't it? Now, moving into midfield. Centre midfield is very, very strong as well, in my opinion. We've got Goretzka and Emre Can in there. There's actually a few different options. You could go for maybe like Zakaria, who's down here on my bench. You could go for, I don't know if pronouncing it's like Lima or Lema. You could go for him in there. You could maybe spend a few more coins, but we're spending a pretty big chunk of our coins on Goretzka. Literally just bought him as well, like just under 13k. Emre Can, I've already had him for a while, but he's about 900 coins as well, guys. I actually quite like Can from experience. You know, I've played a few games with him. He's pretty decent record, to be fair. Like for a guy who I wouldn't expect to be like an attacking midfielder, he's got quite a few goals and assists. Very, very decent. He's just so well rounded. Very, very sweaty. Goretzka's probably the best Bundesliga centre mid, in fairness, off the top of my head, just thinking. I know there's like Kimmich, but Goretzka's kind of like the all-round package. He's got a bit more pace, a bit more mobility, and he's a big frame. You know, he's obviously very strong, so he's going to be superb in there. And then up front, now this is where it gets a little bit interesting, because you guys are probably looking at this thinking, my God, he's used like all of his coins. So it's true, I have used all my coins, and it's purely because, well, I'll put the strikers in and I'll explain it. So, up front, we're going to go for Hwang. You know, you guys could go for his one to watch. I'm not going to put that in just because I don't want people to get confused. We're just going to put the base card. They're exactly the same. They will perform the same. It's just the card design at the moment. Obviously, that could change. But for now, we're just going to put the gold Hwang in there. That'll do. And then to partner him, it's actually going to be a guy who's in at centre forward. So it's going to be this guy, Milot Rashica. Used to be a winger, I believe, on FIFA. Very, very, very cheap. So 700 coins for Rashica, 800 coins for Hwang. Essentially, the reason I've gone for them is because if you want to go for any of the strikers that are better, pretty much the next one up that is going to be decent on this game, in my opinion, would be Haaland. And Haaland's about, I think it's about 12, 13k, and obviously you've got like Lewandowski's going to be even like higher up. Like he's well, Lewandowski is about 50, 60k, I think. So we're going to have to go with Rashika and Hwang. Now, Hwang's great. I've used one to watch. He's very, very sweaty. I've seen a few people use Rashika. I've not used him myself yet, but I think looking at him, he looks like a very, very good card. 4-star, 4-star, good height, good pace, good dribbling, solid shooting and passing. If you go look at his traits, power free kick, long shot taker, speed dribbler, outside of foot shot, he looks like a pretty decent card. So I expect this team to do quite well. In terms of how I'm going to be using it, just so you guys know, I'm going to be lining up in the 4-4-2, of course. Served me very, very well so far this year. I'm just going to keep it as it is, except I'm going to just swap Chan and Goretzka. I mean, I could just do that on the pitch, to be fair. It would be a lot easier. Yeah, I basically just want to play Chan a bit more defensive and Goretzka a little bit more of like a box-to-box player. In terms of the instructions on the players, nothing too fancy. I just tell the fullbacks to stay back while attacking. So we've got that on Babu and Ruslan. Centre-backs I don't change. Goalkeeper I don't change. Right mid, tell them to get in behind and get into the box for crosses. Same with the left mid, get in behind, get into the box for crosses. And then with the midfielders, so I have a more defensive midfielder, which is going to be Emre Can. So I tell him to stay back while attacking and to cover centre. Because obviously you don't need to cover the wing because the fullback's going to be staying back, so they should do that. So we just need to basically protect the centre-backs more. Left centre mid is going to be more box-to-box. So we're going to have cover centre, but we're going to keep him on default. We're not going to attempt to stay back, we're just going to keep him on balanced. So he can help in the attack a little bit as well. And then with the strikers, we're just going to literally tell them to get in behind. And that is it. Oh, and I'll just show you that as well if you want to copy that. I mean, I don't really understand this too much. I say this every time, but I pretty much just copied this off someone. But yeah, it works well for me. So if you want to copy that, go for it. Anyway, that is the team, guys. 50k for this Bundesliga squad. Superb. Let's go ahead and try out in division rivals. Alright guys, so our first opponent in Division 1. Oh my word. That's kind of... Man, I'm just mesmerised by all the new photos on the cards. I haven't seen all of them yet. Look at Thurland. Oh, what a beautiful man. Brilliant. 1-0 down. Fantastic start. Oh, I'm not playing well, to be fair. I feel bad. I feel bad for the team. I'm not playing well. Bowl out to Emery. Or maybe not. Oh my god. How's that gone straight back to him like that? Oh, good tackle, Klosterman. Wow. Tried to do like a mid-air press up, didn't he? Oh, a little bit of luck there. Can he get it back? Oh, unlucky. Well, got a shot in. So it's a bonus. Here it is. Get in. What a header. You can see that, the trajectory on that ball. Whoa. No. Ah, fair play. Fair play. Nice. Goretzka. Oh, go on. Hwang. What's going on? Oh. Oh, has he got there? Should have sweated it. Should have sweated it. What am I doing? Well, we lost the game 3-1, but I personally feel that was my fault. It's too rusty. I didn't play at all yesterday, and the day before when I played, I was playing really bad. I was just not in good form. I think it's because I played way too much FIFA over like the weekend, and I've ended up in a situation where I've just like completely burnt myself out. But we'll play another game. I mean, to be fair, like you look at the stats, we did pretty well. I enjoyed the team. I gotta say, like it felt pretty nice to use. It felt pretty slick. Like sometimes you can play with a team and lose a game, and you think, oh god, like he's awful, they're awful, because they're really stiff and clunky. But I enjoyed all the players. Just needs to try and, you know, create those patterns and just get used to using the team, I think. So we're going to jump into another game, see if we can get a win. That guy obviously a little bit lower skill rating than us. It's going to be higher now for sure, but I don't have to worry about any of my like rank points or anything like that because I've already played the full 30. So I just want to say as well, actually, because his rewards tomorrow, currently in rank 1 of Division 1. Hopefully we can stay there because, I mean, if you go untradeable, you get 2 ultimate packs. But I'm going to go tradable tomorrow, just because I don't want to get too many duplicates. So we're going to have those. We're going to have those rewards tomorrow if we stay in, and I'm pretty confident we will. But anyway, let's go ahead and play another game with, in my opinion, this very good team. Alright guys, here we go. As I'm having a little stretch. Well, is that Adama Traore? Oh, this is a new photo. That's not bad. It's not a bad team. It's not as expensive as the last one, so that's always a bonus. Just sweaty, isn't it, I guess. It's pretty solid. It's still quite an expensive team, but it's beatable. No. Oof. Should have scored that. Brilliant. Get in. Good finish. Come on. Good ball. That ball's always on for some reason. Quality. So Kingsley Coman's been exceptional in these 2 games. Yes, Costamer. What a tackle. What a tackle. He's onside. Centre-back's played him on. Can he finish? Oh, he's moved his keeper, but Huang does finish. And somehow we are now in front of this game. We were 2-0 down, but we've rallied the troops. We've come together and we have turned this game around, but it is not over yet. Not by a long shot. Yes, Alaba, superb. Game winning that. There it is, game over. I mean, honestly, I'm actually buzzing with that because, like, any win in Division 1 is a big win in my opinion. Like, I've never been there. Since it's been like a 10 division format, I've never been in Division 1 until this year. So any win I get, I'm so hyped with. So we will take that. With that 50k Bundesliga team, you know, again, shots, you know, like attempts-wise, we've done well. They've dominated the ball, but it's what you do with the ball, isn't it? So I'm actually pretty happy with that, especially considering we were 2-0 down. I think Kingsley Coman was exceptional. Centre-backs, Alaba and Klosterman, incredible as well. The amount of brilliant tackles they made was just out of this world. Ruslan and Babu, pretty decent as well. I wouldn't put them up there at the same level as Klosterman and Alaba, but they did pretty well. Goalkeeper-wise, it's difficult to really judge, I've got to say. I can't say that he pulled off any exceptional saves, but he didn't really do anything wrong, if I'm honest. Who else have we got in the team? Gnabry was solid. I think, like, Goretzka was top notch. I think you get everything that you would expect with Goretzka. He was decent. I think Chan, for a 900 coin player, very, very solid. I think the only kind of questions I had over really was the strikers, and look, for what they cost, they did well. For what they cost, they did very well. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you, say that they were like incredible, because they weren't. They weren't incredible. But there's not a lot else. If you're working off this kind of budget, guys, that's kind of what you're going to have to work with for now, unless you wanted to maybe go for like a Haaland and, you know, lose some coins elsewhere. You know, you could maybe go Haaland and then get like Lucas Hernandez at centre back instead of Alaba, something like that, or like take Goretzka out and get like Lema or Zakaria, somebody like that. It's how you want to work it. But for me personally, I was happy to go with like Rashika and Huang. But you might want to swap it. But this team here is, you know, like you just saw there, we managed to win a game in Division 1. It is a solid team. I think for 50,000 coins, if you want to take this into Foot Champs, me personally, I'd be very confident that I could hit Gold 3 in Foot Champs with this. And that, for me, that's enough. That's what I'm working to this year, Gold 3 pretty much. You know, every now and then it might work a bit beyond that, but Gold 3 is kind of like where I'm happy to say, like, I'll call it a day. And this team would do that for me. This team would 100% do that for me. So if any of you guys are looking for some help with a team and you've only got, you got like a small budget, why not try that one out? Honestly, just give it a go. It'll work really well. In fact, in that game, I did actually change to the 4-2-3-1 at one point as well, just to kind of help out, because I needed players like in between the lines. I actually dropped Rashika just behind Huang. That worked quite nicely. So it's a flexible team, play different formations. Very, very sweaty Bundesliga squad, I would say, in general. But if that video and that team is helping you guys out, if you want to hit the like button, that'd be much appreciated. Just helps the content, helps the videos. Comment to let me know what you think about the team, any players that you don't like or any players that you really like, any recommendations for anybody else that might look in the comment section below that. I'm sure that will help them out. And obviously, if you want to keep up to date with all my latest FIFA 21 content, any new squad builders that I drop, going to be doing my Foot Champs rewards tomorrow, etc, etc, all the usual sort of stuff. Just hit the subscribe button, guys, and then turn on the little notification bell, and then you'll be notified when all the new videos do go live. But that is going to be it for me, guys. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you later.